Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another fantastic evening of the everlasting rhyme. We are going to have a good night. Last we left our party of adventurers, they had traveled to the city of Bryn Shander after being kicked out of East Haven, and they are in search of the cauldron that was stolen in the middle of the night. They arrived in Bryn Shander and overheard that some dwarves were in need of some help. They had lost a sled full of iron and requested their aid to retrieve that sled. They asked them to go to the Black Iron Blades in the morning, and that they would give them some equipment that will help them trek through the snowy wilderness as an advanced part of their payment for helping them. And the characters then took a evening's rest and leveled up, and we are going into the next day. All of you wake up in your respective rooms, feeling fresh and stronger than ever.
You mean our same room because we're all paranoid?
Oh yes, I forgot. You're all in the same
I'm
room.
not paranoid. I'm just out of money.
Some of you are cheap. Others are paranoid.
Tashiro will let Braylin know. I encountered some dwarves in the common room downstairs. They offered to pay us a 50 gold piece gem to track down a killer of one of their kind, known as a Yeti.
I was kind of overhearing your conversation last night.
At least that'll potentially get us some money in our pockets, I believe.
It is. Do you know anything about Yeti slaying?
No. But we happen to have somebody with us, and I'll kick Wolfric awake. Wolfric, what do you know? What do you know about Yetis?
They live here in the Dale with the rest of us. What do I know about Yetis?
Roll a history.
Yep.
Their fur makes excellent clothing. Keep you warm.
Can I roll to see if I've heard anything about them having been here at least a couple weeks?
Go for it.
It'll probably be about the same, but you know. History. Oh,
you haven't met one. You killed him right before he was useful.
Punky's old character.
Oh yeah. You've heard tales about the Yetis. You haven't encountered one. You do recall that they don't like fire. That they can blend into the snow fairly well. Let's see. And that you definitely don't want to use cold on them, being that they live up here. Cold damage is not very effective against them.
It doesn't sound that hard.
And you've definitely heard tales of their ability to rip people in half with ease. And they're basically super strong.
Isn't that what happened to one of the dwarfs?
Yeah.
How big are they? Like in the tales, would I have heard like how many people higher they are, kind of?
Recalling the tales that you've heard, and looking up at your Goliath companion next to you, um, you would be able to probably have heard that even Goliaths are um, small compared to them.
I put larger than Goliath, which is scary enough for me.
They,
Okay.
they definitely sound like they'll make good cloaks.
Yeah, I'll relay that.
Um,
I heard someone in a tavern talking about a run-in one time. This is what I heard.
Well, it's a 50 gold piece gem, I do believe, that he was offering us.
He just wants his supplies back, right?
I
Uh,
mean, yeah.
So if we can get the supplies back and avoid the Yeti, do we know what Yetis like to eat or whatever? Maybe we can use that as a distraction if we run into one.
Besides people?
So essentially, all of us are bait except for, and I'll point at Sentinel.
Seems that way.
So we just send Sentinel out to grab it.
Sounds
We don't
logical.
we don't know that they're very intelligent though. They may try to attack anyway.
Either way, they've offered to outfit us for the cold, including snowshoes. If we are to retrieve their goods for them, I believe between Wolfric, myself, and perhaps your extremely large wolf ability, we could probably pull the sled back.
As long as it's not too far away, I don't think my wolf lasts that long.
How much does the sled weigh?
We won't know until we get there, I assume. It's full
Because
of iron ingots.
A
because
lot.
I can pull 500, push, pull, or drag 540 pounds.
Well, I imagine it's going to be a little bit more than that, but there are several of us.
And if we can get it on a downhill incline.
you also have to go interact with the dwarfs before you head out, and they might be able to tell you that information.
Let's make our way there.
All right.
Don the armor, grab the adventuring gear.
Does everybody have the Bryn Shander map in front of them?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I have the Brian Chander.
Yeah, Brian Shander.
Sorry, just a
Play
different
the
name.
wrong one.
Yeah, I know.
It's Shonder.
Chander. Bron Chander at your service.
You guys head out of the North Hook, where you stayed for the evening.
North Look or North Hook?
North Look.
Okay. Two different themes on those bars. I'm just saying. North Hook would
Yeah.
be a fishing bar.
You were told the direction to go for the Black Iron Blades the evening before.
Oh, look, it's just down the road.
It is just down the road. As you head just south, it comes up easily right on your left.
I believe this is the place.
This is where the tiny stout men live.
This looks like an establishment, so they probably don't live here, but they probably conduct business. This is where we were told to meet them.
Let's go.
Go up to the Black Iron Blades and go in.
As you walk in um, to this place, it looks to be one half to your left appears to be a smithy. And then on your right, actually half of the store looks to be a general store. You walk in, you see a dwarf um, fiddling with some metal in the smithy area.
I tried mushing the bagel stuff in there.
Oh no, we lost 2 people.
We lost 2 people.
So there's a smithy and
The smithy on your left, and then you actually see like there's a general store on your right, on the
Okay.
inside.
what kind of snack foods are in the general store area?
Roll a perception check. Searching through, you can find some jerky,
Okay.
and you do find snack wise, that'd be the only like snackish item you'd be able to find. You're rummaging through, you find like other foods like some bread and seasons and stuff like that, but basic anything you'd find for basic ration wise. Snack wise though, the only thing you can find is some jerky.
I get a few pieces of jerky and some bread just to take with.
Yeah. Looking around, as you like grab the stuff, you can see from one of the back rooms, another dwarf. She comes out, heads over to the counter. Is this all for you?
3 pieces of jerky and
Yeah.
whatever.
It'll be 2 copper.
We were told to meet some dwarves that had lost a sled of iron ingots here.
Are you saying that to which person? There was a dwarf over in the smithy, or
The
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 person?
one that just stopped up to 17.
Oh, yes. I believe. What was her name? Haruna. Did mention something about that. They should be here soon. They to pay for your equipment that they wish to get you.
I'll go take a look at some of the blades in the smithy shop.
Okay. What else is everybody else doing?
Just kind of hanging out, keeping an
Yeah.
eye on what's going on in the building.
What about Sentinel and Braylin?
Same thing. I ain't got nothing here I need.
Yeah, don't really have anything to do until the other guys show up.
As you walk over to the smithy side to Shiro, you can find some basic blades and different weapons all forged. You see some sitting out on like a counter, some hanging up on a wall. And looking across the counter, you do see a what looks to be like kind of a dog shaped creature, but it looks to be like have some sort of iron or and steel exoskeleton with wood fibers wrapping around that look like muscles, and there's armor plating across it. And like some pieces are missing. Most of the armor plating, like you can see on the head, is complete. And then there's a couple pieces across the body. And out from the back room of the smithy, you do see a warforge come walking out and start like working on this creature. The dwarf turns around to you as he sees you over there. Ah, hello. What can we get for you?
What is this? And I want to look a little bit closer at the dog-like creature that's there.
Um, that's a project Mac's been working on. He's got this idea. He wants a pet that is like him.
Look over at Sentinel, just kind of like motion for him to come over.
He'll come over.
Have you seen one of these?
Have I?
Um, roll a history.
No.
Ooh. Um, you might have heard some stories about where you're from. Weird creatures that artificers might create.
So, and this is in quotations, biologically similar to me.
It is very similar to both you and looking up. There's actually another of your kind sitting there working on it.
Good day.
But other than it looks like it's similar to you, um, you you don't recall other than hearing that where you are from, there are people who make really weird things and craft things out of metal.
I'll say good day to the person working on the dog.
Uh, good day.
This is yours?
Yes, this is mine.
Have you considered making any other animals?
Well, I mean, maybe once I'm done, we'll go from there.
This is Sentinel.
They'll shake out a hand. The name's Mac. Mortog's advanced construct. You can call me Mac for short.
Sentinel will shake his hand and say, I didn't think there would be any others like me here.
Well, you're the first of whatever we are. Mortog will speak up. Kind of like now looking up and noticing there's another warforged in the room. Yeah, I don't actually know what this is. I found them on a adventure and restored them.
This is a person.
Person, this is a construct. Have you not heard of constructs before?
Yes, but it has a personality, so therefore it is a person.
I'll take that into consideration. Mac here is my assistant. In my age, I can't really work the metals like I used to. So they do most of the heavy lifting.
Have you been any other places in this world besides this workshop, Mac?
Oh yes, Mortog and I, we travel quite around. We've been here for about 2 months now. But we don't shut up shop for long. This is actually Garn's shop. He's out running errands at the moment, but um, he's letting us work out of here while we're up in Icewind Dale.
Well, if you ever get an opportunity, you should stop by the City of Splendors, a specific tavern known to host adventurers. It's called the Yachting Portal. You should look it up sometime.
I'll make sure to do that. I do like my work here.
I'll go back and hang out with 17.
Uh, During this conversation, for those of you who don't know, I've been waiting for you guys to appear in Bryn Shander because it was the perfect place to put the backstory for my Monday Night Mountaineers adventure, Mackenzie, who is a Warforged. So that's what Rachel's over there giggling about.
About the doggy though.
Yes, Annie is not complete yet.
Annie.
As Tushiro and Sentinel are having this conversation, Haruna walks in, and I believe it looks like Wolfric and Braylin are the ones closest to the door, and she'll look up. Ah, you guys made it.
Yes. We're here to fulfill your request, but first we need to get some supplies before we head out.
Absolutely. Let me go and talk to Elsa and get this. She'll grab the supplies, and I can pay her for them. And you guys can look them over and make sure everything fits correctly. So Hruna will walk over and start having a conversation with Elsa. Elsa will walk into the back. She'll pull out. We'll see you come out with actually several pairs of snowshoes, much more than the 5 party members that are in the group, but they're varying in size, and she'll set them across the counter. While I grab the rest of the supplies, go ahead and start trying these on and get a pair that fits you correctly. Each of you can add a pair of snowshoes to your character sheets.
Alright.
I don't need them. I'm used to this kind of weather. I'm used to traveling in this land. I don't need snowshoes. Or I already had them as a resident of this land.
If you go to the items and search snowshoes, there is an item that you can just drag into your character sheets
Hold on.
if you want the snowshoes.
There is. I don't see it.
I just typed snow and does it come up with all
That
the
was
items?
Snowball.
I get a snowball item, but I don't get a snowshoe.
See, and a snowball item that's misspelled.
Shira, will you check your inventory? Did that drop it in there? I just dropped.
I'm on my inventory, and I got a pop-up that says snowshoes, but nothing showed up in my inventory. I was just figuring out how to add an extra
Oh.
line to my inventory.
There you go. I just added it. I apparently have to go into your character sheets.
It says
And I-
snowshoes. Weird, they just, appeared. Tashiro's
I don't have them.
gonna look
Oh, I
down.
gotta add them to everybody individually. Hold on.
Okay.
I already got mine.
Okay. Oh, you already got yours?
Yeah, I just typed it up.
Wolfric. Inventory.
2 pairs in there. How do
There
we
we
read
go.
it?
Just hit the pencil on the bottom, right, and double click the delete button.
They're 4 pounds. Good grief. I've just been typing thing on there, so I don't really account for the weight for everything necessarily. It's fine.
Encumbrance is Such a poser rule.
I mean, I understand the need to
Like,
track
no,
up
you're
to
just
a
trying to
point.
carry, unless it's a specific item that's just heavy, and like I need you to account for its weight, or like you're trying to carry way more than is plausible. I don't worry about encumbrance.
You mean like a whole ton of ingots?
Yeah. Uh,
Speaking of which, I'm going to speak with the dwarves and say, just out of curiosity, how were you originally transporting the ingots?
we were pulling the ingots on a sled.
What was pulling it?
We were
So how much does it weigh?
to see him ponder for a minute, kind of like do some math across his fingers, trying to figure out. Well, it would probably weigh roughly uh 800 to 1,000 pounds.
And out of curiosity, how many dwarves did you have?
There was a group of uh I don't remember because there was four of us.
We should be able to handle that.
I can handle most of that myself.
How long did it take you to get back to town last night from where you left it, approximately?
Hmm. Give me a sec. Let me re-pull up the map. Nice. Um, it was about a half day's journey.
Was there any kind of pack mule animals that you can rent in town?
Um,
Those birds.
you know about the axe beaks.
Would they pull something though? That size?
Axe beak? Oh yes, axe beak are great pullers. Uh,
Where
I
in
would
town would we be able to get an axe beak?
there is a stables. He'll give you directions that
Or
south.
sorry, buckbeak.
Braylin. Braylin.
Huh?
Aren't you broke? How are we going to rent an axe beak?
I am broke. I'm just trying to weigh options here.
Then we have to feed the animal. Do you know how to handle a axe beak?
No, but I figure if they were, um, I figure if somebody in town would have these animals, maybe we could also speak to them about maybe knowing where other axe beaks might have gone. Though they're fairly common, but at least it's a thread.
Just happen to know how much renting an axe beak would cost.
Um,
I mean, since they live here and whatnot.
they don't, but they will give you directions to the stables, which would probably, to their best guess, be the place to go.
All right, and where would the stables be?
We'll head that
Uh,
way, I guess.
yeah, south west of the at the bottom of the town to the west.
See it all the way across town.
Oh, okay.
Fine. We'll just go over there real quick and see if it's feasible. get there.
Is there any way that we could get a portion of the payment up front?
Well, we already agreed to give you rations and snowshoes as the upfront payment.
I just figure maybe we could use a little bit of that money to help be able to get your goods back by getting one of these axe beaks. Because my funds are currently non-existent.
I told you we could do it on our own. There's enough of us. Are you afraid of hard work?
No, I just figure if we get attacked by a Yeti, we could have the axe beak run off with the supplies with another person while we try to deal with the Yeti and then get away from it rather than having to kill the thing.
Most likely the axe beak would be the meal for the Yeti, and then we would have to pay for the full price of the Yeti afterwards.
Personally, we would rather pay for an axe beak than be eaten ourselves. But we understand what you are saying.
I believe we could probably handle a Yeti, if not two. I don't believe that the dwarves were equipped to handle potentially being attacked.
And we'd also be taking a loss on our profits doing that. Which
Yeah, we
is
can
oppressing.
handle two, DM. Wink, wink, hint, hint. We can handle two.
So 3 it is.
Right.
4? Oh, okay.
I mean,
It's a
we did
pack of
handle.
Yetis!
The abominable kind. Okay.
Okay. Sure that's what you want?
Let's... No.
Abyssal.
You're the one. You're
No.
the one who mentioned it.
I didn't mention anything.
Just so you guys know, when you fight an abominable Yeti over a Yeti, Rachel's the one to blame.
Not the abominable ones. Is actually what we said. And we were referring to the movie, which was cute and cuddly and friendly, so no.
And from your bucks.
Should be on our way, though, if we're going. Yes, it is half a day's journey.
Just as long as we get one named Bumble.
You guys will also each receive a 2 days rations, each of you.
I'm going to take my 12 days of rations and split them up between the 4 of them, give them each 3 each, because I do not need them.
Assuming the rations that we started the game with, we've probably eaten already. We've done a lot of traveling.
Yeah. I can't
So
disappear, though. I don't understand why I can't change them.
For what?
Am I bad?
Yeah.
I can't change the number of them for some reason.
Oh, by the way, the best name I can come up with for a group of Yetis is Storm of Yetis.
Just
Yetai.
click on it and type in the number you want, right? You got to hit the edit down at the bottom.
Yeah, I already did it. I got it to work. And you don't have to hit the edit button.
Nah. Just
But
click
I
on
know I
the.
don't have 45 of them.
That was
we
it
have
just it
5.
doesn't pop up with a little like flashing line saying you're typing it.
It used to. They got rid of that. That's why it was confusing me.
Now that Wolfric is offline, Rachel is in the DM spot up there on the recording. It's rather funny.
Okay, Rachel, take over.
You're all gonna die, clown. Oh,
Please, you can just go get the wagon and come back. And it's going to take you half a day total. And they're going to give you
Gain
2
2 levels.
gems. Yeah, you're level 5 now?
So you guys have been supplied with some snowshoes and some extra rations.
You forgot that the cauldron is also on there.
Cauldron.
That we're looking for.
Well, yeah, but we have no idea where that went. So we're going to have to just track it down. If we're lucky.
It's gonna pop up at the end of the campaign, like, hey,
Right?
It's the boss monster.
They turned it into a mimic. All right, so are we going then?
Yeah, on game. Let's
Okay,
go.
do this.
Unless
As you-
somebody wants to steal the half dog.
No, you don't.
I'm
Nobody misses the
pretty
anvil.
sure that Warforged could fuck us all up pretty fast. So. And
We have traveled with that Warforged in
we've
another
been
life.
kicked out of one town. Let's not make it 2.
In the future.
It's just a matter of time.
I mean, they're only here temporarily, anyways, too. So
We have seen that Warforged and their dog fight. We don't want to go there. So.
In a different world.
In a different time.
All right, close out Bryn Shander. As you guys head outside, page. It looks to be clear skies at the moment. And you begin your journey. The dwarves directed you to head north by northeast through the tundra up towards, if you're looking on your map, Kelvin's Cairn is a hill up there by Caer Konig. They direct you to head that way, and that the sled was lost about halfway to Kelvin's Cairn.
so it's in the Dwarven Valley.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty.
Who is leading the group?
Not me.
Not me.
I could, or
I'll do it.
Wolf
I'm
and
the
I
big
could.
guy up front who knows how to track in the snow, so I'll do it.
All right.
I will give you assistance.
Give me a survival check at advantage.
Hold on, buddy.
All right, you have no problem looking around, getting your bearing for which way is north by north east, and you start marching. You guys have no problem staying in a straight line in the general direction of where you need to go. Give me one more at advantage. We'll say you guys, with that roll, you guys were able to travel the original roll for a few hours. And then as you go, though, you do start, you notice that once you kind of do loop back on yourself, losing about an hour's worth of time, but then you're able to kind of correct and continue on the right course when a blizzard starts to set in.
I would like to take my rope and start to tie us together.
Okay.
I think that'll prevent one party member from potentially getting lost from the rest of the group.
Yes. Let's lash ourselves together.
Less than thrilled at being tied with a rope, but we
Mhm.
won't fight it.
It's just around the waist. It's not like it's going to be super tight or anything. It's more to like keep you in, connected to the person in front of you and the person
So that
behind
you don't get lost.
Yeah.
We understand what it's for, so that's why we're allowing it, but we're not a big fan.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand there to Shira as you attempt to
A sleight
tie.
of hand.
Yep.
All right.
Changing up how I do tying.
All right. Oh yeah, sure. You betcha. Did that come in? No, it didn't.
Nope. Ah, you betcha.
Don't you know?
Why is that not like rolling? I'm like dropping it in the chat block.
I don't know. I'm not there to. There you go.
That was really weird. So I will be honest and say that the roll was a 9, and then I have +4 to that. So
I'll give you fair and keep the 11.
Okay.
For your honesty. It is the only roll that showed up here, so.
It's weird. Like I dropped it in a tray like 3 times, and the first one it bounced all around and didn't stop.
All right. Are you tying everybody's knots?
Sure.
All right. So you go up, and you hook up to who are you hooking? Who did you hook up to first?
Wolfric.
Wolfric. All right. You tie. You're confident in your tie to Wolfric.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and give me. Actually, do you have a? I wonder. Do you have a dice box down the bottom? A little tower on the bottom right hand of your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop it into that, please.
Drop what? My sleight of hand?
Your dice. Drop your rolls in that. Nobody else can see that, correct?
Correct.
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, so I'm assuming
I can't even see my own roll. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
That's bad.
Okay. All right, okay. This is actually good. I like this. I didn't realize it would block it from you as well. All right, so who did you do next?
I'll do myself next.
All right, so you tie it to yourself. Give me, who are you going for next?
I'm gonna go for we'll say 17 is next.
Okay. All right. Your next one?
Will be Braylin, because I think Sentinel would bring up the rear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have the 2 heavy ones on the front and back.
I figured as much. So this will be Braylin, and then last but not least, Sentinel.
Okay.
I don't even know my own rolls. This is pretty bad.
As the blizzard starts to, you see this blizzard coming in. You originally, when you started to tie off, had about 300 feet of visibility. As the blizzard rolled in and you got done tying everybody off, you only had about 100 feet of visibility.
That's okay. I mean, we can still see each other. We're within 100 feet.
Yeah, your rope's 50 feet, so I imagine that what you got? How many? 5 of you with to account for the amount you're going to tie to each person. You're probably talking about 7 feet apart if you used a full length of rope.
Sure.
Okay, so each of you are tied off about 7 feet apart. Let's get a note here.
great. Does anybody want to stop?
Why do you say great?
Because I rolled, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. There's a statistical probability that one of those rolls sucks.
Maybe you rolled 20 all times.
Math
Don't-
says otherwise.
Don't worry. Knowing my perpetual universal bad luck, I was the bad roll.
Either you or 17.
And you can't freeze, so we're good.
Hold on a sec.
Oh,
What's that?
so why do you think we wanted to be in the middle? We can still see someone in front of us and someone behind us. It's probably okay.
Sure.
We're holding on to the rope though. Cause
All right. Wolfric in the front, give me another at regular. Actually, correct that. At disadvantage. You don't have advantage because you have unless nobody in the party is able to like keep up with you and like assist you in it, and then the blizzard is affecting your vision. So you have disadvantage on a survival check.
Oh!
Could I make my own from the back?
I'm gonna say no because you wouldn't be able to direct him. The wind is coming in. Your vision at this point has continued to shrink. You have no way to correct him. So even if you roll a survival, you'd have no way to.
I mean, I could just stop moving and then boom.
Okay. Go ahead.
There's no
Yeah,
way this could
if
go
that-
wrong. There's no way this could go wrong.
Yeah, stop moving and the rope just
it's at disadvantage.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
You are super confident in Wolfric's ability to lead the group. In fact, Wolfric notices that they like looped back on yourselves like 3 times. Like the third time he realized it, you still don't even know that you looped back on yourself. In which case you lose another hour of time. And go ahead, Wolfric, give me another one.
I don't know.
At advantage, disadvantage.
Disadvantage still.
I'd be screaming at Wolfric, maybe we need to stop!
And also, we don't have
we're
to stay in a line necessarily. So
You don't. You could walk side by side, but as at this point, just so you know, you cannot see the person in front of you. As you guys are about to continue to Shiro, you notice it. Wolfric, he doesn't have anybody in front of him, so he doesn't realize that like you guys are having trouble seeing him, each person in front of you. As Tushiro yells, maybe we should wait. Wolfric, do you?
Can you
Does
see?
anyone have? Do I hear it?
You hear it. He's he tied himself off second, so he would have been next in line.
Seriously, we're lost as fuck!
So I turn around and
As you
You
go to
said I-
turn around,
can
you
I still see
realize
him?
that like you can't see the person behind you until like Tushiro didn't realize you stopped and turned around and like you're like right on top of each other as you see him.
all I see is a levitating rope.
Well, like you can't see the other end of the rope
I don't see the other end of the rope. I see the rope just extending out into the white.
until Tushiro walks up closer. Like he
Oh.
didn't realize you stopped and turned around and listened to him. It's like he continued and got like that extra like foot needed to see you closer.
What's wrong?
I think we need to stop.
Are you having problems? Is everyone having problems?
I don't know. That's the point! I
All
can't
right.
see anybody behind me!
All right, let's let them catch up. We'll stop and discuss this.
Hopefully they're still there!
Tug on the rope.
As
What do
you
you
guys are
feel?
arguing, 17, you are next in line. You run right into the back of Tushiro.
I turn around and grab a hold of her and then start bringing her closer to Wolfric and wait for the next person.
Then just like a couple seconds after that, Sentinel, you run right into the back of.
Good, I'm lost.
No, it's the other way around.
You run right into the back of 17.
Where's Braylin?
Step to the side and look around.
So am I lost then? Am I not with the group?
We'll get to you in a second, Braylon.
Great.
We'll find out what the party's
Oh
doing.
dear.
We're basically gonna stop. I think it's best if we just hunker down right here until this blizzard is gone, and then find Braylin.
So is Braylon not connected?
No, he's not tied
Then-
between Sentinel and 17 anymore.
I didn't get tied up well enough. I'm gone.
Sorry, Braylon. I knew one of the rolls had to be bad.
You just thought it was everybody else besides me. I'm fine with it.
Oh boy. Yeah, we'll just kind of huddle together and maybe hunker down and
Sentinel's gonna pull out his spear, touch the tip of, and cast light on it, and then hold it up in there and move it around a little bit to see if that'll help. Apparently, lost Braylon.
I mean, it just like the light diffuses in this blizzard, and it just all of that light reflects off these the snow falling. It doesn't increase your visibility at all. I mean, you can see the snow better falling, but in terms of the distance you can see, it doesn't help.
Does anybody have a tent? Awesome. We're gonna try to make one of those igloos.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we're here for the night.
For
Snow cave.
a couple
It's still the
hours.
middle of the day. Like it's like it's middle of the day.
Yeah, but we gotta wait for this blizzard to pass. We need some
Yeah.
shelter, so I'll try to dig us a little snow cave.
Okay,
Snow cave.
roll a survival.
No.
I will assist.
Oh, good. Thanks. So I have advantage, DM?
Yes, you have advantage.
Actually, if Wolfric wants to assist, I'll give you guidance.
Okay, I'll assist.
Ooh, alright, let's do a survival with a d4. That's a 19. Yeah, we're gonna live through this blizzard.
With
Some of us are.
with you guys working as a team, you can get a roof just big enough for all of you to cram into
We'll put Sentinel
this
in the doorway.
igloo in
Yep.
about 40 minutes. You bust butt on this small igloo that's just big enough for you to get into.
Okay.
All four of you.
Okay. And then
Sentinel's just gonna sit down outside.
wait out the storm, I guess, in here.
All right.
Make our torch campfire in the middle. Make sure there's a hole in the roof.
Braylon, you about an hour into you guys marching through this blizzard, realize that you look down and you realize you're not attached to the rope anymore.
I'm free. No. I'm just kidding. in that case, I'm gonna take the old saying, if you're lost, don't move. And I'm going to transform into a dire wolf.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dig into the snow and try to form like a little
Cocoon.
den.
Okay. Roll a survival.
Do I need to do
I'm not
that?
going to make you as a dire wolf. You're going to be naturally adapted to this weather. So whether you succeed in making yourself a nice den or not, you're going to be safe um, in your wolf form. How long can you stay in wolf form?
Only an hour.
You're a druid of the moon, aren't you?
Yes, it's
I
still only an hour until level 4.
thought it was an hour per level.
Yeah, I
Or
thought
something.
It's half your druid level.
so. That's
It's rounded down, so it's 3, so it's still 1.
dang.
Yeah, I can shapeshift into greater CR levels, but I can't do it for longer. Not that I've seen. I've been trying to look, and I haven't seen anything about extended durations. I can also heal myself while in druid. Well, I'm within the shapeshift form, but
You also got to do it as a bonus action, which is pretty big.
Shape. All right, round it down. So you can survive an hour. Um, okay, so an hour goes by, and you have the option to change to reuse wild shape to maintain it, or to revert back to Braylin form.
You're getting back at a short rest.
That's true. Hold on a second.
So the question is, can he be short resting while he's transformed to regain his wild shape so that he could transform again, then rest while? No, wait. I'm sorry. That's.
I technically don't have a problem with that, but I'm gonna make him then roll a survival to. Hold on a sec. He needs to ask something, so we're gonna switch over to a different chat. We'll be right back.
Boy, this is a really nice igloo, isn't it? 17.
Still cold. And Braylin's not here.
I believe he will be fine. Wolfric, wake up!
There's Yeti
I
out
was
there.
just dreaming.
I know. Do
We're
you
so cozy in here.
do you see anything, Sentinel?
Snow.
Snow. I'm
Yeah,
sure he'll be fine.
it looks like even for raw, you can short rest his wild shape, so yeah, he's good.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be fine eventually, 17.
Tied the rope and went looking for him.
All I heard is the rope and went looking for him.
What if one of us tied the rope back around ourselves and went looking for him?
Well, then we might have 2 lost party members? And at least he can transform into a large wolf. Wolfric is probably the best one to go out there and look for him. Or our metal friend here.
I think it's just to wait.
I think it's best just to wait as well. I have confidence that he will return to us.
Hope he didn't get attacked.
That would be extremely bad, but I imagine that if it is difficult for us to see, in a blizzard, it is probably also difficult for Yeti to see in a blizzard. I don't know.
Snow creatures.
They are snow creatures, that is true, but I do not know much about Yetis, but I don't suspect that they would hunt in a blizzard. No animals would be out in a blizzard, so their sources of food would be scarce. Of course, it might also be the perfect way to ambush a food source. But let's not worry about that.
She is not amused.
You like this weather, Wolfric?
It's fine with me. I'm used to it.
Even where I'm from, this is cold. Very.
Well, it's cold, but you just learn to deal with it.
I suppose it's like being born in the Shadowfell. There are things you learn to live with where you're born, right?
Exactly.
I'm sure Braylin will be fine. There's a pink Power Ranger.
Purple.
It looks pinkish to me.
Magenta.
What's pink?
A Power Ranger.
They're calling Miss Morgan pink.
Oh, it's purple.
That's what I said.
Now I'm in the DM spot, so turn your camera back on, Payne.
Turn my camera. Oh, did my camera go off? Oops.
Yeah, because you swapped.
Yeah. There we
I'm
go.
still in the DM spot. What the heck?
Turn your camera off. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Watch. Rangers, there was no purple ranger. It was just pink. I just dated myself.
I mean, there's
Uh,
25 years of them, so.
So go ahead and roll a survival to see how well you can make a den.
Okay.
How old?
What?
Fine, I don't want to hear.
25 years of Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
I need to roll this.
Okay. So you dig yourself a den. As you curl up in there, you revert back to Braylin.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to take some of my supplies, such as the tinderbox and some torches, and try to make a small little fire in there. Now it has a nice windshield against.
Okay. So several hours go by. You guys all lose track of time.
Is it tomorrow yet?
It is not tomorrow.
No, I'm asking the group because we lost track of time.
But you do hear the winds finally start to die down outside.
Oh, yay. Sounds like the blizzard may finally be passing. Is it beginning to clear out there, Sentinel?
Little by little.
Braylon, can you roll me 2 more survivals?
All right. Here.
Okay. Sorry, go back, Will. You're good.
I really wish it would at least tell me how well I did.
Me? What?
Oh, he rolled them. They're hidden from him.
Did I miss something? I'm sorry.
He was talking to himself.
Oh, gotcha.
When it's clear enough, we want to go to the door of our little igloo, for lack of a better term, and point our finger in different directions and try messaging Braylin, "Are you okay?" And just
It's only within.
I know it's only within 120 feet, but we're hoping that he's not
You
that
just
far
gonna
away.
like point in, because I believe you have to pick a direction to cast a message towards somebody.
So
So
I'm going to kind of point to the south and just kind of wait
wait a
a
sec,
second,
then it's kind of
and
like spin
then
around.
yeah,
You get no response.
we're not feeling very good about this right now. We're very concerned.
He probably hunkered down like we did. He might be in some sort of igloo. Can we tell which direction we came? Or is it just
It would be
snowdrift?
covered over at this point. It's been a few hours. I would think.
Unless Sentinel was looking in the direction you came.
Yeah, I was constantly looking. So
Sorry, you get no message back, Rachel. I didn't hear what you said after that.
That we are not amused and we want to go looking.
Okay. Which direction are you going to travel to look for him?
Well, since Sentinel said that he was looking in the direction we came,
Looking around, um, is anybody going to try to re-get their establishment to see if you can figure out which way's north? Or
Yeah.
Yes, I will. I'm going to step outside and look, try to gain whether what direction the Kelvin's cairn is, because that's where we were headed for.
okay, roll a perception if you're looking around for that.
I will assist.
I was gonna say, can I
Oh,
assist?
you assist. I'll guide.
Yeah, I will assist because I am proficient with that. So I'll assist
Okay.
Wolfric looking for the Kelvin.
Assist.
cairn.
That's an advantage then.
Yes, and then roll a d4 on top of that.
Okay.
We were headed that way, and we need to go that way. Yeah, dirty 20. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, dirty 20. That's a 19.
Oh, close.
Come on, Will.
Math is
Do I
not my
need
strong
to have
suit.
grades so you can
I
check
went
out?
to school in Ohio. I'm sorry.
Looking around, it takes you a few minutes, but you get your bearing of reestablishing which way's north. Which way you came from, though, is a different story because you got lost in a blizzard. So you could have been traveling north when you got lost. You could have been traveling south or east or west. And you unfortunately, with the blizzard, covered up your track. And so you won't know which way is the correct direction.
Do we want to go back the way we know we came from? Back towards Bryn?
do we have more than one rope between us?
Yes.
Each of you characters almost most definitely probably has one because it's in almost every pack that a character gets, if I'm correct.
Almost all of them, not all
What-
of
So
them.
I did say
Exactly.
almost.
What
Pretty
if we take the time to tie them around us and spread out in a line? but we'll actually make sure we have good knots this time. And
The sky is clear at the moment.
yes,
The
but
blizzard has passed.
it was also clear when we set out, so that means nothing.
You also had plenty of time before the blizzard reduced your vision to that point that tying the knots at that time didn't play an effect on how well of a knot he tied.
So if we have so much space between us, but I mean it's 50 feet, I guess. We don't necessarily need to have rope tied, but we can spread out and head back in a line. Cover more ground that way. But still be able to see each other.
Okay.
While shouting, Braylin!
I mean, no other way to lure Yetis out than to walk through the tundra just shouting random names. We wanted 4 or 5.
I'm not afraid of a Yeti.
Not Yeti.
Ah!
As it sounds, perhaps if he had to revert to his wolf form and we get attacked by a Yeti, he may be able to sniff us out. I hear can smell better than us.
That is very true, and Wolfric, don't be downwind. There's awful lots of typing and plotting going on over there, Dungeon Master.
No, that's actually just me not typing or plotting, but pulling notes for you guys.
I don't know how we're gonna find Braylin. We have no idea, like, how long ago we lost him. So,
Roll a let's go. Just give me an intelligence check.
sure. There you go. I don't
The
even
sun
know
is
how well I got.
this well, you can't see the sun because it's not in the sky, but it's not any darker than when you left.
But it's been a couple hours.
It has been, but it hasn't gotten dark yet.
We gotta turn around and find Braylon, then turn around and find the sled.
It could have been an hour. It could have been 4 hours.
I say we work our way all the way back to Bryn Shander if we have to. And then if we don't find him by then, we just start out again for the sled tomorrow.
Or we could continue on to the sled and maybe he'll find us. He knew we were.
We
How
do
bad
have
do you
an-
want to find your friend?
Well, we've got to get the sled and bring it back to Bryn Shander.
Uh,
I'm open
your
to
guys'
suggestions here, guys. I mean, come on. I guess we.
I don't think I can help you.
I know you can, but I mean, there's at least 3 other party members with me.
We
got-
are not.
But
We are not what?
it doesn't matter to me. I can go back for the sled right now.
Not like the idea of leaving one of our own.
I do not either.
Okay, then let's start heading back towards Bryn Shander and see if we can find him.
We are
Okay.
going to be doing the random message direction pointing the whole way.
Okay.
I don't think. I think if he realized he was lost, he would head back to Bryn Shander anyways. I don't think he would head for the sled on his own.
I
would, but that's
I believe he would
different than
look
no.
for us at a very least, he would try to find us, and in his wolf-shaped form, he would have the capabilities of potentially sniffing us out. What
That
about
is a good point.
this, Peyton? Do I think that Braylin is more likely to go back to Bryn Shander or be looking for us with that role?
Ooh,
I don't even know what the role was because I dropped it in the tower.
I don't think he knows what. I think he's making it all up on the fly anyway, so now he's got to figure it out.
no, well, I mean, when a person gets lost, you gotta kind of make it up on the fly. You know, I always expect to split the party against their will. Um, you probably could surmise Braylon would, knowing him, he'd probably try to hunker down somewhere. He might look for you, but in more in a way of find a place he thinks you might cross paths. That means he also has to figure out his way. Um, whether he could attempt to head to Bryn Shander, but totally head to the sled on accident, not knowing his direction.
I mean, I'll go with the group. If they want to start heading back towards Bryn Shander, that's where I'm going. I guess the whole way back, we're going to be all like, Braylon! Yeti, come and get it!
And then a swarm of
Yeti.
Yetis comes out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not
Or the
Yeti.
avalanche.
Not
We are using a spell to try to pick out maybe where he is.
Don't members of your clan use horns to signal each other, Wolfreak?
You know, I'm gonna mute myself that way. I don't know what's going on. Slick, can you just tell me what happened? Can you tell me to come back whenever?
Yes.
Isn't that something that maybe you have? Like a horn to like... I mean, it might let everything on the tundra know where we are, but... Let's find our Morris!
It doesn't say. I'm looking at this right now.
Okay.
And it doesn't say.
Okay.
Idea.
If you're just looking to make noise, can always just use whatever we have. Like, I could use this pot and make a loud banging noise.
We can very loud noise, but you would all want to stand back.
We've seen you do this before, haven't we?
Heard me do this before as well.
Let her take her step forward and just... Kapow!
Yes, you would know that you'd want to be approximately 20 feet away from us when we do
How
this.
far can this sound be heard?
300 feet.
Okay.
We are hoping that it echoes because we are way out here.
Kapow!
So
Okay. Roll a. I'll let you choose what you think is going to be the best stat in your mind for how you're going to make this, whether it be for skill. I'll let you choose.
That was
Give me
my
what
idea.
you think skill is going to best represent how how well of a noise you're going to make, like loud, and roll that.
okay.
If you want survival, persuasion, I'll let it be you. You get to decide.
And I will guide her if I can.
I'm gonna say there's no guidance on this because I believe you're casting a spell, correct?
We are going to use this one because it is one of our best skills.
Persuade.
As
Okay,
a
there you
as a
go.
far traveler, we have the ability to be very persuasive because we're different.
Okay. Um, highs or lows?
Go with highs.
Highs, yeah.
Okay. And it's with your roll, you're getting a 70-30 split here
Okay.
on your chance for it to echo further than 300 feet. So you choose highs, correct? So it'd be 30 to 100 is
In favor of the player.
31.
Hey, take it. Take it. That's all that matters. Take it.
Okay. So you
Kapow!
uh,
Wow! Wow!
kapow!
Wow!
Because of like the emptiness and like like the silent the snow creates it, like causes it to echo. It makes me think of the howitzer that scared the shit out of me yesterday up at Baker. um we were up there and they decided to shoot the howitzer at the mountain to clear snow to prevent avalanches, and we're waiting in line for them to reopen the road, and I get out to walk the dog, and because I'm like, we've been in here an hour and a half, they said it's gonna be 30 minutes, let me get her out to go to the bathroom. We get out, sat out the car, and then just boom. um okay, so I need everyone else to then mute, not mute, but it's deafen, the little headset.
Okay.
Uh,
Else but
Oh,
who?
it's the little headset next to the mute button at the very bottom on the left.
hold on, I'm
Everybody
still.
else but who?
I'll message Fleur to come back
Okay.
because then it'll be his.
It's so silent. I don't know what's going on. And see, this is one of the reasons why Peyton should be recording her own games so that you folks at home can hear the wonderful interaction that happens between Peyton. So that will be interesting to actually have that happen. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everything's going fine for you in the world of Dungeons and Dragons and the world of reality. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Gear Gaming 365's Everlasting Winter, hosted by Peyton, featuring Peyton's dad, my lovely wife Rachel, and two of Peyton's friends. We appreciate you, so please subscribe and like to our YouTube channel. Check out GearGaming365.com for all of your geeky sundry needs, as well as our Facebook page, GearGaming365 on Facebook, also on Instagram and on Twitter as well. Follow us there for all your updates. And I wonder what's being talked about over there. Realize that we can't hear anybody, and nobody can hear us. So I imagine at this point in time you're probably getting a little tired of me rambling, but that's okay. That's what I do. It's how I am. What do you think she's saying? What do you think Peyton's telling the Braylin character over there? Do you think she's talking about how it looks like two eyeballs hovering behind her head in the ceiling, or the three stars on the wall behind her? Or it could be talking about the flag, United States of America. I believe that's made from pallets. I'm not quite sure where Peyton got that from, but could be anywhere. Really hope that you like tuning in to Gear Gaming 365's Friends of Thunder. Don't forget to check that out every other week, as well as the Descent into Avernus campaign. Please check those out. You're looking for Hell's Bells playlist as well as the Friends of Thunder playlist. Although I do believe I'm probably going to change the Hell's Bells to Catman and Robin. It was one of our more awesome recent episodes that we had. Pardon me. If you get a chance to stop by and check it out, check out the Pen Cove Brewery. Oh, Oh, I think we're about to go back. I think that's it. We're gonna go back.
From outer
Ha!
space.
What? Ha! Hello!
Rachel! I know she can't hear me.
Just type it in chat on the.
I did. I typed in everybody can come back.
No, not in there. In the fantasy grounds.
Oh.
There we go.
Little turd.
Well, hello.
So, you guys made the loud noise. Are you going to wait longer, or for a little bit and stay there, or what are you gonna do?
Well, we are going to put our hand right here and cast another spell because we just made a really loud noise in the middle of nowhere. So we are casting Mage Armor.
Okay. And then as you guys are there, about 15 minutes goes by, and in the distance, you can see a dwarf walking towards you. And that's where we're going to take our quick break.
Really?
Sorry, I got a dog who obviously wants to go out to the bathroom, so I need to go before she rips my computer down. She's
Okay, I'm gonna pause us now.
just like that, we're back. And we're weird, but get used to it.
If you haven't figured that out by now, you have not been watching long enough.
If you figured it out by now, this is probably your first episode.
Yes.
Which has been fairly tame so far. Except for obviously explaining the party. So, we come back to the party had split, got separated. 17 created a loud noise that echoed through the emptiness of the wilderness.
And how many Yetis did we attract?
After about 10 to 15 minutes later, you see a dwarf walking your way.
Is it a Durgar?
Is it a Durgar?
You tell us.
No,
No.
it is
No.
not a Durgar.
Did you change characters too?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mostly the same. Still a druid.
Okay. You do realize that we're not like fast forwarding the campaign until we find Braylin. So I don't think 17's gonna let that go.
As the dwarf starts getting closer, what do you guys do?
I've got my
He's
shield
by
out.
himself?
Is he by
We
himself?
form
By himself.
Yeah, the dwarf is by himself.
I'm just gonna
lightning in our hands.
pull up my axe and just wait. See what he's
You're
doing.
gonna start summoning lightning in your hand. What are you using to summon this lightning in your hand?
Shotgun grasp.
Grass.
Just to try to fiddle with lightning in your hand? You're gonna use shocking grasp?
We're readying it.
What is the trigger for your ready?
It's not much that I'm like gonna use it. I just want to look a little menacing.
If you want the lightning to be coming out of your hands, you have to use your action to ready it, in which case you have to choose a trigger, or at some point it's gonna just go off on you.
It's a cantrip, so I can.
It won't waste a spell slot, but it'll.
It's a cantrip, so
That's what I'm saying. You won't, but you
it's
might
just
work.
gonna
Might
look
shoot
like lightning, and
you
then
expect into the air.
I mean, it's a touch spell, so it's not gonna
Rolling.
do anything unless I touch somebody.
Give me an Arcana. Okay, you have no problem maintaining the proper level
No.
of magic to keep like sparks going off in your hands, but not enough to have it like actually like shock you because you're not actually touching anybody. So you're kind of like touching yourself to kind of like give yourself small little shocks. So you
It's
maintain
fine.
just enough, like you shock yourself a little bit and realize, okay, I got to pull back the magic a little bit.
I'm
But it
gonna shout out, what are you guys doing making all that racket?
Who are you?
I am Durgan, and I've come from the town of Brian Shander.
yes, Bridgehander.
I'm heading in this direction, trying to get to a town of Bremen. And I heard a loud commotion from this direction, and I figure I'd check it out.
We are currently looking for our companion. A blizzard just passed through this way, and we lost our traveling companion.
I see. I also was caught up in the blizzard. I haven't seen anybody since I got out of it, though.
Nor have we. If you are headed towards another town, then perhaps you should head towards that town and let us continue to look for our companion.
Be well. Go in peace, my friend. But go in peace.
Or in pieces.
You know what? I'm just gonna continue.
Thinking it.
We're gonna have two. We're gonna have two separate storylines. The rest of the party's gonna just look for Braylin
Oh, you don't want me anymore.
for a couple of years, and the new character's gonna carry on with the storyline.
Tell him, Mom,
It's
you
really
don't want me
difficult
anymore.
for us to be all like, "Yeah, just come with us."
Yeah, I know. Um, um,
I'm going to start walking back in the direction of town and carrying on with what we were doing
Okay.
with the message in different directions because we don't know any different.
Hold on. Let me see here. You keep messaging, and you get a ping, but no response. Like you sense that your magic reached Braylin, but you get no response back.
Well, we would know which direction it was, so we're going to start.
You were pointing north.
Okay, good. We're heading north then. We're going to keep pinging to make sure we're heading the right way because he can only be about 120 feet from us right now. So we kind of take off.
Okay. So Durgan had already said that he was gonna just continue his direction, which was to the north, so you guys continue to the north as well?
Yeah.
If that's the direction we pinged, that's the direction we're running.
Okay. You're just running.
And messaging, like, to make sure we're on track.
Do you run ahead? Like, do you get out in front of everybody? Is everybody running, or who's
Yeah, I'm
all
following.
running, who's all walking?
We don't really care. We start running, and
Well, I get you don't care. I'm trying to figure out who else is just like walking to follow, and like, so I'm trying to figure out where everybody
If
is.
17 starts running, I'm gonna walk faster to match her pace,
I want to make
but
sure.
I'm gonna follow her.
Yeah, I want to make sure to keep 17 in eyesight, but I'm not in a super hurry because I feel like going slower will find Braylin. So
I'm just keeping up with 17.
kind of muttering and spell casting this whole time.
Okay, as you get in front of everybody, and you're like keep pinging to the north, you no longer get the sense that the message is reaching.
Like we're going the wrong way.
Like she passed. I mean, she wouldn't know. Like it just like as you like go as you're pointing north, you no longer get that sense north.
Marco,
Okay, point in different directions.
As you point back south of you, you
So we'll slow down and follow the magic. The best way to state it.
Okay. So you slow back down, you start walking back. I'll speed this up a little bit here. As you um like kind of get back to the group, and like you kind of pass them a little bit, and then like you lose the sense, like you go back around and you notice that it's when you're pointing at the group.
Confused.
one of us is Braylon.
Rachel, where are you?
don't use Discord
Oh, okay.
because she uses her phone for Discord, and if you
That's
message her, then the camera goes blank.
Hold on. I can whisper in here.
Sorry. We can't have that many programs running on our computer.
You're fine. I like he caught me as I was only like a word into it. Oops. No longer.
We would like to do the lightning thing with our hands again and glare at him and say, "What did you do with him?"
Do with who?
I think you know.
Oh, you mean Braylon? I just shoved him away for now, that's all.
What do you mean you shoved him away?
Well, you see, you ever heard of anybody with split personality disorder?
Roll a history. Well, you asked that question.
I was gonna say, have we
Yeah,
heard of
you.
that?
Roll
I
a
mean-
roll a history. Uh, okay.
We come from
Hang
a
on,
hive
Peyton.
mind, so that sounds kind of
With
crazy.
that roll, let me try something real quick.
Okay.
I have not ever heard of someone with a split personality disorder, but I do know someone with multiple personalities. And let me tell you, she is not fun to be around. Do you suffer from the same?
Very much so, except for they're more like personas rather than personalities. And then before their very eyes, I'm just gonna shapeshift into Braylin.
What is this madness?
We are going to back away slowly because we've seen some horrifying things in our time, and this is pretty much up there.
I got my axe out now. Explain yourself.
We like to think where we come from, there are creatures like this, and they're not cool, and we don't want any part of it.
Hold. Hold, please. Let him explain himself. If what he says does not resonate with what you expect, then we will kill it. But if the personality is tolerable, then perhaps we let him stay.
Well, it's more like this. It's more like I have multiple me's inside of me, and I can pull them out whenever I need to change, but they each take a form of their own, and they kind of work differently inside my head. Where whenever a different me is in control, the other me fades away, and I don't have any memories of them.
Natural one on insight. I don't believe a single thing you're saying.
You don't. With a one, you would believe everything he's saying. Actually,
Braylin.
with your flaw you picked up, I'm actually gonna say you're correct. You wouldn't believe
Well,
with your flaw.
I'm trying to think of like where my character's from and who my particular character's queen happens to be. An amalgamation of memories and personalities and how I would react to this information. Toshiro will just motion everybody's weapons down and away from them and look at Braylon and be all like, I understand of all the people on this plane, I understand the most. Provided that you do not perform any unhonorable actions, you may continue to travel with us. But the moment you do so, you will meet your end at my blade. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. I mean, I haven't done any of you wrong yet, have I?
Braylon has not done us wrong. But I do believe that if you are what you say you are, the dwarf is different. Is he not?
Yes, he is different.
Then
Well, can you message me what you believe he is?
each one hold on. Each one of you must reprove themselves. You understand this, yes?
I understand that, yes.
I'm just going with.
Tashiro, you know what's going on here?
No, I do not know his kind. I have never encountered him before, but my queen, she is very similar. She's an amalgamation of memories and experiences. It is one moment a person that is loving and caring, and one moment a person that is murderous and jealous. I understand that these multiple personalities or multiple things exist within my queen. It is one of the reasons why I left. You understand me? But I have experience dealing with them at least.
So this dwarf is Braylin, but
Well, I've turned
he
back
might
into
not
a
act
human.
like Braylin.
The
So he's
dwarf,
not Braylin.
the dwarf is not Braylon. The creature is the same.
I'm so confused.
How do you whisper in Fantasy Grounds?
How to whisper the DM? I don't know because I right click on your image.
You can just no, you
Slash
can't.
W to the DM's name in.
I was like, do you
Going
do you
to
have a suspicion on what you believe he is, or are you kind of role playing that he's like your queen, or do you actually have a suspicion, kind of as Will?
I have a suspicion, but I'm trying as my character to express that he's similar to my queen.
Okay, I want you to whisper me your suspicion.
Okay. I'll send it to you in Discord because I have my phone
Okay,
and I can message and use Discord at the same time.
look at Braylon because he still looks like Braylon.
and then I'll want you to roll a let's just go. Let's see what you think. Roll me a Arcana, but roll it hidden, please.
Me?
Yes, I don't want you, I specifically don't want you to know
Okay.
what you get here. Um,
I think I'm gonna do all my checks like that from now on.
it's nice because I realizing that I know I can do it, but now I was thinking like I think you guys can do it. It's nice because having roles that like the survival to see who's gets hit. I didn't want you to know that there might be a chance
Yeah.
that you failed on that.
I like that
Um,
too.
I will say, to Shiro, with that roll, you are like 99% sure you know what he is.
Okay, what he
And
is versus like what I sent you or what
it
my
is the
character.
second thing you sent me.
Oh. Okay.
With that roll, you are 99.999% sure you know.
Okay. I will just look at him and tell him resume the form that you desire to be with them and reintroduce yourself. That is the only way to regain their trust.
To resume the form I want to be.
Yes.
Well, this one suits me for now, so I'll just stay as Braylon.
Very well. I will turn back to the group and just be all like, where I come from, my queen was a being that is mercurial at best. She was consumed by a ritual, and as such, her personality was destroyed. The construct that I know as my queen is an amalgamation of personalities and emotions that she finds interesting to her. At one moment, she can be caring and loving, You can walk outside, turn around, and walk back in, and she can be murderous and jealous. But to her, it is the same person. Only to the outside person does this change. For me, this is normal. I understand this. For you all, you will have to understand that this, it can change. You may encounter the dwarf, you may encounter Braylin. Each personality will have its own quirks and its own set of trust that you will need to form with it.
So he could be Braden 1 minute and then stab us in the back the next. How can I trust that during rest?
Understand this, that the creature before you knows that it must trust you in order to exist amongst you. You may not understand it, Wolfric, but should this creature try to stab you in the back, believe me, it will not survive.
That's for sure.
I do believe that, for the most part, with us, its intentions are benign. Not evil, not necessarily good. Am I wrong? As I turn and face Braylon.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's like not good. I don't have any hostility against anybody.
True, but you understand that these people now can no longer trust your word.
And I realized that, and I figured that out as soon as you met my other personality. That you probably wouldn't trust me anymore.
Well, travel as you will. Can I ask but one favor?
Sure.
Perhaps you notify them when you are going to change. That is one of the major reasons why I left my queen.
Yeah, I can do that. Unless if, I have to do it whenever nobody's there. Like I did before to survive the winter.
That's understandable, yes. Shall we go and look for our lost sled now?
Yes, let's continue our journey as long as everybody else is fine with things. I don't want to make the party uncomfortable.
Going to be very quiet on this journey and travel right next to Sentinel the whole time.
Yeah, and Sentinel's going to be in the back, keeping an eye on everybody.
Hey, Will, are you still
Yes.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Question without saying too much.
Yeah.
What is your knowledge as a player on that topic?
Extensive.
Okay. I would like you to look at your phone.
Okay.
I showed you rolled.
Yeah.
Um, you know. I'll type that to you. Craig.
Okay. That's fine. That's a pretty good roll, actually. Damn.
I have 2 guesses out of character, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You pretty as your character pretty much knows as much as Will knows.
Okay. That's
That
fine.
roll.
I understand that.
I wanted to make sure you you knew that bit of information as well.
The thing is, we probably encountered a lot of creatures in our time, but we weren't exactly in our right mind to know what they were or what they were capable of. So
Yeah, I'm going to DM you, Slip.
Okay.
I need 2 seconds. I have to take my dog outside.
Okay. I think I'm getting a couple messages anyways.
very uneasy because we don't trust people very well.
Um. Uh. What you sent me, Sentinel? With where you're from, give me an Arcana check.
Secret.
With a secret, yes, with where a Warforge originates from. Um, I will tell you your first guess is wrong.
I'm back.
Okay. But unsure about the second. Obviously.
Yeah, you familiar with your first guess, you wouldn't have you would know for sure that that's not what it is, but beyond that, your character wouldn't.
Yeah.
Hey, Braylin. Just so you are aware, there's lots of things going on about like slitting your throat should you betray a single party member. Lots of images about the fact that you may kill me, but I will come back and hunt you down. And I don't die when I die. So there's lots of like you dying repeatedly for each betrayal going on right now.
Now you just use it to your advantage.
But yeah, I've been harboring the secret since the very beginning, and I've wanted to use it several times, and now I can't.
he's like, I want to use it, but there's no good place, and I don't want to give it away yet.
To be fair, there was a couple of moments where I'm all like, okay, he's speaking to things telepathically, and I was trying to pick up on what that might be, and this just clinched it. I'm like, 2 and 2 make 4! Straight that from the book.
So we will.
Thinking like we're so close to having our freedom, and now we might die, and this is awful.
None of that.
That's what we're thinking.
Let's go hunt down a wagon.
Yeah.
Let's go do that.
As you guys kind of maybe not learn to re-trust Braylin, but at least tolerate him at the moment.
Not kill him on sight.
What?
Not kill him on sight. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing
Yeah,
right now.
it's more of that.
You begin your, as I said, tolerate, him at the moment. You begin your search for the sled. When you crest a snow-covered ridge and see a frozen, dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you. Snow covers some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and the telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that has been hauled away.
I'm gonna point at Braylin and just be all like, if you hadn't got lost.
Well, if you tied a better knot.
I'm waiting for that response back.
Tashira's just gonna shake his head. I'll go check out the dismembered corpse.
Stay right here with Sentinel.
Looking at the corpse, it looks to be that his arms are missing. It does look like his chest has been torn out like apart a little bit, and like all the innards are missing. And obviously it's headless.
They disarmed him? Has he been defeated too?
Yes. You see like a leg over here and the other leg over here.
Was defeated.
But no
Well, I do believe that this particular individual is the victim of a Yeti attack.
And
Can
do you
I recognize?
or,
It does
like,
look like some large animal.
Can I recognize if this is the Yeti from my vision?
yes. Oh, yeah. You like
I mean, not
uh
the Yeti, but the dwarf.
yes. Sorry, I am. I was like yes, and I was going back to correct that same thing.
You said something, but a lot of other people were talking, and you did this number.
Oh, you also see tracks circling like around the area.
What kind of tracks?
Roll a survival.
Oh shit!
Yeti tracks.
I'm not good at survivals.
I cast guidance.
I will assist then. Dragging 17 with me.
Sentinel like whacks you up on the head. Don't look at that footprint; it's smudged. This one's clearer.
That's an 18.
And you can surmise that the tracks were made about an hour ago. There's they're clear, um, and belong to about a half dozen small humanoids. And the tracks actually, you kind of looking at these tracks, and you kind of look down at your feet, and you realize like the tracks are smaller versions of the same tracks you're making in snowshoes.
So smaller, about an hour ago, and they're wearing snowshoes.
Correct.
Tashiro's gonna ponder that for just a moment here. Yep.
Uh, what are you trying to roll a history for?
Um, to try to figure out what type of creature might have made these tracks.
Would I know of this creature being from the area?
Due to the fact that they're in snowshoes, the type of footprint is
Geared?
not known to you. All you can tell is it's a small snowshoe.
Which way does it go?
It follows. You kind of look around, and they kind of start. They look like they go with um into like where the sled marks are, but then like they get washed out. Like like they're pulling a sled. So I mean, they're not leave once they kind of get to the where the sled gets pulled, they disappear because the sled's then going over their footprints.
But there is a track for the sled to follow.
There is a track for a sled.
Is it discernible how many sets of tracks there may be?
About a half dozen, he said.
Okay.
About a half dozen.
I believe the hunt is on. I will pull out my bow and arrow and begin following
I will lead the way.
my longbow.
All right, so Tushiro,
Big axe in hand, I will lead the way.
I'm
we
in the
got
back.
both of you up front.
We are
Everybody else.
Freaking one.
wherever we are, wherever Sentinel is. With
In
our
the back.
walkout.
Yup.
Wolfric in one track, Toshiro in the other track. We're just.
Following these footprints, you follow them for about not footprints, but the sleigh marks. You follow them for about a half hour when you come up and you can see the sled full of iron ingots ahead of you.
Okay. About how far ahead of us is it?
It looks to be uh about 120 feet ahead.
That's a ways.
What's the terrain look like?
Yeah.
There's trees on one side, a frozen river on the other. But other than that, like it's just like a snowy path. I mean, I don't say like path, but just like a snowy opening.
Anything else we can see?
Roll a perception check.
What do my elf eyes see? Oh, sorry. I have perception as a skill, but I rolled like crap, so there's that. Why is it not coming up? Like, I drop it in the chat block, but it's not coming up. That was a 16 plus 4, and that one is a 12.
All right.
I'm dropping them in the chat block, but they're not coming up. I don't understand.
Well, you can always drop them right into the
Tab.
cast.
True.
Yeah, I should do that.
Looking ahead, you don't get a clear, but you can just barely see like over the sled and like kind of around the side what appears to be little green people. Can't get a good look, but you can make out some green on them.
Goblins.
So about 120 feet ahead of us is a sled being pushed towards a group of green.
Hold. They're ahead. They're on the front of the sled.
Oh, so nothing like in front of the one? Like where? I can't see where they're going.
They're pulling the sled.
Yeah, they're pulling the sled.
Like
they don't seem to notice you. They're just pulling the sled forward at the moment.
I do believe it's goblins, and we might be able to get the drop on them because they're pulling the sled.
What are they pulling the sled with?
I think they're just pulling the sled, like the dwarf said. It seems to be that way for me.
The sled must be considerably lighter than we were told it was.
Well, there's probably
some
at
hardy
least
guard.
6 of them.
But I could pull twice what they could pull. All 6 of them.
But there's 6 of them. If they all work together, they could probably pull what you can pull, Wolfric.
I wonder where they're heading.
That was my question, but apparently I can't see that far. It's too bright and the sun reflects off the snow. I want to start heading that way.
I want to go stop them.
Just gonna.
I'm not afraid of them because they're so small that I just feel like I could just stomp each one of them. So
You said they.
that's my attitude.
You said they probably wouldn't see me, so I'm thinking that if I just follow the path, I might be able to surprise them. I like surprises. Boop.
All right. Give me a sec. I'm setting up the map.
Hey, Toshiro, just a heads up. I'm probably about to change.
Thank you for telling me. Tell the rest of the group.
All right, I'm gonna turn in my wolf form soon.
Oh, that.
Sarcasm.
Do you mind if I ride?
Sure.
Excellent.
This is the first time somebody's ridden on my back on this thing.
Nope.
To be fair, they were also unconscious.
They were unconscious afterwards.
It's true. It's very true. I keep stepping outside because I left my beer on the back porch because it's cold enough to keep it refrigerated.
Oh my god.
What?
You realize we have a delivery window? You could just be like, hey, would you mind grabbing me another beer?
Yes, but then you'd have to get up from the table, and it's like 3 feet that way for me, rather than like 2 rooms.
Oh my god, no, not 3 feet.
It's
Whatever
like 3
will I
feet for
do?
me. It's like 3 feet for me. It's like 2 rooms for you.
Oh dear god, I might not make it.
I know.
It's like another zip code or something.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you.
I am trying to lose weight, so even if it were, I'd probably still do it.
Yes, but this way it's already cool and it's sitting on the back porch. And all I gotta do is step out. It's a map of grids.
You know, could get it from the fridge, which is also cold.
Yes, but the back porch is naturally cold. I don't know. I'm part redneck, okay? If I want to keep.
Is that a box of grid squares?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Hey, can you start me off in wolf form? Dire wolf, please.
Yes. Give me
And me on Braylin's back.
Yes. Let me finish setting up the map here. I was.
Because I have no skill in mounted combat, but I'm about to try right now.
Jeez, you want?
Fine.
10 VCs. You want a dire wolf, you say?
Yep.
No, he wants a dead wolf. Not a dying wolf.
Toshiro needs to die. What?
Dean's not sure yet.
Where did dire wolf go? Okay. There is a dire wolf. Here is the token.
Is this part of like the map pack that you bought, or
No, this is not part of the.
This is the program, right?
No, this is the map I found.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, they didn't supply me a map for this.
D for da wolf? No, come on, seriously, nobody. My dad jokes are getting so awesome nowadays.
Okay. So, I've heard a couple different things: a sneaking up, charge up. What is everybody gonna do? You see some.
We're gonna charge up now. We have.
Okay, everybody's charging up. No sneaking, just.
We are not charging.
Well,
No, I'm just gonna walk up.
Would
Walk
it
up
be
to the
easy
front.
to sneak with somebody on my back?
I would give you disadvantage.
but I'm proficient in stealth. Could I help him?
No, you're riding him, making him have disadvantage on the.
But I could lay
Yeah.
flat.
You're gonna have to roll a stealth of your own to make sure that actually you're gonna be rolling a survival to see if you can like stay on while he's stealthing up.
So it's difficult to get on the back of a direwolf, is what you're trying to say.
No, I'm
It's
just saying
difficult to stay on the back.
it's difficult to stay on it as it's like trying to like hunker down and like crawl like
Well,
in
as
weird body movements.
soon as he like starts to take off towards the goblins, and I realize it's difficult to stay on here, I'm just gonna get off because
Only difficult while he's sneaking because he like it's more of to like see if you can like stay on and not make noise yourself, but I don't feel like stealth is like the appropriate role.
Like you shift to your weight with his to make sure you move
Yeah.
in conjunction.
It's essentially going to be,
Or we
shifting.
could charge them.
I don't think charging would be a wise idea. I think stealth would be a wise idea. I won't ride the wolf. I will not ride the wolf and stealth up with the rest of the group. Then I'm fine with that. I like the idea of a surprise round, guys. Come on, we might be potential to kill these goblins in one round of combat.
Well, Sentinel is staying far back because he cannot sneak.
Wait, there's a hawk.
all right.
See, they're not
About how far from the back of the wagon are we right now?
120 feet.
As you guys are gonna get up to like 50 right where you're at, which is about 45 50 feet before like you still gotta work. I'm gonna make you roll stealth. They're not paying attention, they're pulling this sled. So at
Is
this
the
point
wagon a factor on this board?
I don't have a wagon token. So the wagon, just imagine the like 4 squares behind him.
You can draw a box there if you want to.
Hold on.
Grab your pen tool and go to town. You like drawing.
Oh, somebody else beat me to that one. The sled, there's no wheels.
Oh well, I'm trying. I'm trying.
It's a weapon now.
And then as you guys get closer, you see that there appears to be a wagon up ahead and another goblin standing outside of it. At this point, everybody will need to roll stealth to maintain being stealthy.
Can I guide myself?
Yeah.
Really? A 2?
A 10.
Wow, and I'm proficient with it.
Where?
Only person to get halfway decent is the barbarian.
Well, he does say that he's really good at this terrain.
Exactly.
Thank you for clarifying that.
You're welcome. You know, I could have gone like this and just drawn it like a side view where it was like this. But no.
It's fine. We get the point.
That's a sleigh now.
Exactly. All it needs is some reindeer. Well, wait, we have them. They're goblin.
I haven't seen one before, so I can't help.
I've probably seen thousands.
You guys actually make it all the way.
It's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid. Just so everybody's aware. Going down the line of goblins, okay?
Like,
I'm
it's
just
not
thinking,
until like Wolfric gets ahead of the group. You
You
guys,
guys are fucking clueless.
they're clueless. But like, so those two get up. The rest of you like get you can put yourselves kind of towards the back on either side depending on where you want to be, but the three of you are at the back area. You can kind of put yourself where you want to be back there.
Can we try to get on the wagon?
You can get up to the back of the sled, but at the moment you will not be able to get on it yet.
Or we're right here.
Is there a way to measure distance?
Yes.
How?
Right click, go to pointers, and then draw arrow.
But nothing happened when I tried to measure it.
you have to hold down after you get the.
Like, what are you trying to measure?
I want
To them up there?
yeah, I want to see how far it is from me to the goblin way up north. It's got the special name. Izobai.
105 feet. 110 feet.
105 feet. 110 feet, huh?
Yeah, he's 95 in front of me.
So that means that it's not necessarily outside of disadvantaged long range for my longbow.
Isn't that like 300 feet?
It's like
Well,
150. 100.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, where did
Yeah, I don't know. Our token disappeared.
What's token disappeared? Oh, your token disappeared?
We don't know where we are anymore. Okay. We got it. Thank you.
at this point roll initiative?
Roll initiative.
Dun, 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 dun.
What is the initiative stat based on?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Why is this not rolling? No, that's not what I wanted.
150 feet. So I could shoot that
Alright, I'll just roll this.
goblin.
You just click the C on the side.
Huh?
Beside Dex, just click the C.
I was trying to roll it on the die roll. Oh,
What?
whatever. It's just a +1, not a +3. So I got a 17.
Okay. 17. You are up.
Awesome. We want to use our bonus action to fly forward 10 feet and land on the sled. Try to run the other 5 feet right here and then cast this button. We are going to use a sorcery point to use the careful spell feature and choose Wolfric and the Dire Wolf. I think they're the only ones in range of this. So they automatically succeed on their saving throws. But the 2 goblins, actually, it's 15 feet.
So you catch all 3 of them.
Yeah.
All 6 of them.
They have to make Constitution saving throws.
Well, the 15-foot should be centered on.
Yeah, so it'd be like that.
17. No, it should be centered on 17.
Well, that's DM discretion.
So Thunderwave is 15 feet out from you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I've always ruled, and it's always a 15-foot square originating forward from you.
That I could do it cool like Thor for my other
That
character.
is the way we do it on Monday Night Mountaineers. So that is and actually I'm pretty sure I saw Jeremy Crawford comment that that is the correct way it's originated, because I think somebody asked him about it.
They did.
Right.
He still said if your DM wants to change it,
Yeah,
he can
yeah.
change it. But that was the way it was meant.
Yeah,
to
I've always
be.
ruled because
Yeah.
that's the way I've always done. It's a 15-foot square, so 5 out to the sides of you, and
3. Yeah.
then 5 feet each direction out to the sides of you, and then the 5 feet in front of you, and then 15 feet forward. So just
It
like
wasn't. Okay, so that being said, I didn't need to use my sorcery point because I wasn't sure how you were going to rule that, so I was being cautious.
you don't you don't need to.
Okay, so I don't need to do that. So I'm just gonna cast the spell.
Roll your damage for me first.
Okay. Pretty good.
So they all need to make a dexterity, right? What is it? A
Constitution.
Saving
Constitution.
throw. Go like this. What is the spell save DC?
Good question. It
14.
is
14. Oh, yeah,
yeah.
right. So
One
goblin.
save at least.
Only one save.
Yeah.
All the
Only one save. Yeah. The
You don't
furthest
know their
one.
Constitution.
If you had a plus
Well, unless the Constitution
I'm kidding.
plus 6,
One
plus
save.
5,
So
10.
I got you.
pretty
She's
high
like-
con.
Kapow! And goblins just go. Blah.
I kind of ran and flew and landed and
Too bad I wasn't in human form. We could have synchronized them.
well, I can fly 10 feet immediately before or after casting a spell of first level or higher. So I just tornadoed past everybody and landed and threw thunder.
I'm going to label them all so I know which one.
Battle!
So 4, 7, 3. Which ones don't?
I can do so much more cool stuff
5
at
and
level 3.
5 and 8 is fine. And 1 takes half damage. So that is how much half damage? 5.
This is where that targeting feature comes in real handy.
The list of opponents has just dropped quite dramatically. Thank you very much. Good job.
Yeah. That is that turn. As you
Wait,
cast
don't they
them
get
away in
blown
front of
away?
you. What?
Don't they get knocked back?
Uh, all the ones that only if they fail, and all the ones that fail died. So,
Oh,
um, as you cast it, they like you see 5 of them just go flying. We're gonna go 15 feet. I mean, they go flying more than just a standard 10, like ragdolling, and just hit the ground.
It got really loud for a second, though.
Just
Like, really loud.
kapow!
Like, thunder crack loud.
Goblin number 1 is do you have a bonus action?
I used it to fly, so I'm good.
He goes and he goes
Like, I didn't announce our presence, but okay.
he's for
he booked it. He books it.
So, like, we have the sled.
Did he run past me?
You're not. He wasn't in melee range. He was the furthest
Okay.
one from you.
Okay.
You see the one at the up by the wagon, who at first wasn't paying attention. They were just chilling there. The sound of the loud clap, and then the horn. They look up. Um. And see what's going on, and they see 5 of the the goblins dead. You see him jump up on this bear. Actually, sorry, he runs around to the front of this wagon. And as like he does, you can kind of see like a bear kind of come out from around the side of it, and you see him like hop up on it, and you can kind of see that there's some harnesses and stuff on this bear.
I want that.
What kind of a bear is it?
Actually, I'm sorry. I missed this. It's Braylin's turn first.
Huh?
It's actually your turn first. I skipped you.
Oh. It doesn't matter with the same initiative.
Oh, perfect. Then they're gonna go first. I already did it. You saw a big white fur. And kind of like a bear.
What kind of a bear is it?
From your distance, you can't tell, other than it's got white fur.
If it's got white fur, it's only one type of bear, so that's a polar bear. Okay, I'm just saying.
This is D&D. There could be more than it's a magical realm.
I guess.
Yeah, well,
It could be a grizzly bear.
can you tell me or send me a DM at least after this and let me know what type of bear it is? That way I can add it to my arsenal.
Yes. They get up onto this, and then it's your turn.
Alright. I am gonna 5, 10.
Wolfric, your camera disconnected if you wanted to refresh it.
Thanks.
I know this thing's crazy. It keeps going in and out.
Discord is very discordious.
So there's 50. So I'm gonna move right up behind him and stop there. Well, I'll move right here. That's fine. Alright.
I mean, you had to dash to get there.
Yeah.
They went. Wolfric,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Okay.
You saw the goblin run. It looked scared.
I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 30. That's as far as I can move.
Unless you dash.
Unless I dash, it's twice as much.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I have. Not close enough to hit him.
The hawk just kind of circles the up high. You see from out behind the some cover on this wagon, a arrow. It's gonna come flying at Wolfric, not Wolfric, the dire wolf.
Some sort of wolf.
Miss.
Miss. Tushiro.
Well, let's see. Tashiro's gonna move closer. For sure. I've already got my bow and arrow out. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That hawk, he looks like a good target. I'm gonna try to shoot the hawk with my longbow. Twang!
Hit.
Instant death!
You hit it right through the chest. Pinpoint accuracy, and it just it's actually gonna like land like on top of the like canopy, and like the cloth canopy is gonna like come down and just fall right in and like take it out with. Like these goblins that kind of had some cover before are now plainly visible in this.
You guys suck. I'm gonna use my bonus action. Then I want to go ahead and just use my blessing of the Raven Queen. I'm gonna teleport 30 feet closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And as I come into existence in that particular spot, I'm going to look ghostly and translucent. I will also have resistance to all damage until the beginning of my next round.
Direwolf doesn't have a turn. Sentinel.
Charge on forward.
Charge!
And that's it.
All right. Miss. 17.
Right. 15, 20, 25, 30. Ah, right there. Actually, we're gonna go right there. So I can only see that goblin. Right?
No, you can see the other two like can be seen. The cloth canopy caved in as the hawk fell on it from the sky.
I still can't really do much from back here, so I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No. Where was I? I think I was right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we're an even distance between Sentinel and the wolf that we're not entirely sure about right now. We will will drop the wand momentarily, pull out the crossbow, and try to shoot this goblin.
That hits. That's just enough. Poor goblin 1. I was gonna say,
The-
poor goblins, they weren't doing anything.
You mean
What?
the one that got away? They were stealing someone else's shit. Come on. I mean, it is what they do, but you know.
Also, was an abandoned sled. Like, poor goblins.
We look in the sled and it's not the stuff we're
I
looking for.
lied.
Goblin
It's
I
food
lied.
for their little goblin children.
I doubled my movement. I couldn't do that. We still have a goblin.
Oh, we do?
Yes. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Oh. He's
But
there.
I will just keep my wand with
Okay.
the inability to. So I'm sorry. Never mind.
Well, it is his turn next. And he's gonna go run and jump into the wagon.
Which means I get an attack off on him.
You do. So actually, he's gonna disengage
Okay.
from you, and he's gonna run, hop in it, and then it's Izobia's turn. Same
Not
initiative.
Braylin.
Well, they're the same initiative. I already had him. I'd already established that they went first. They are going to that wagon is gonna start moving away from everybody.
Can you just change my initiative to 16 then?
Yeah. And they're only gonna get about 15 feet of movement. I don't got any more maps, so imagine that they are 15 feet further at the moment. And then if you decide to pursue, you can just adjust the map accordingly.
Alright. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 15 feet more, which is within my 50 feet of movement.
All right.
And then jump up onto the back and go for one of their throats.
Roll to hit.
Dire wolf.
Grab a goblin and toss it out of the back of the wagon.
Goblin tossing.
It's a new pastime.
We imagine this
Oh.
slows the wagon too, with the dire wolf on the back of it.
And at your position now, Plur, you can see that there are 2 polar bears trying to pull this wagon.
That's cute. They're not gonna have anything to pull. And let's knock him prone for fun.
Which one did you hit?
Number 8.
Oh, he's dead. I don't know why it didn't.
He didn't roll
It
on
did. It did
Oh.
a sec. Unconscious.
Huh? Oh. That's weird.
It does. It did say effect unconscious to the goblin.
Yeah, but it didn't
Usually-
like say that he died. Normally does.
Wolfric.
I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to smack that dude right there.
There's an
He's-
additional 15 feet. I just didn't have map.
Oh, he's 15 feet farther?
Yes,
Yeah.
I just don't have map to move them 15 feet forward.
Okay. So up
You
up
you
by
can
the
dash, hop up on
Izabai, there's in front of him is
2 polar
is
bears.
2 polar bears. Hold on, let me see. Hold on a second.
We could all technically move back 15 feet just for.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm good.
All right, do that while I figure this out.
I'm in the cart.
Yeah, you're right up there.
Hold on.
No, don't move the goblins because the goblins are 15 feet ahead of us.
He's probably gonna move
I
them
moved you.
somewhere.
I already moved you guys back.
That didn't
Oh, yeah,
change our distance though. So
Yeah, you're. Oops. Thank you. I didn't think about that. Oops. I just meant to
They'd
move.
still be, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the dire wolf will be there.
Yeah, so now it's
Well,
Okay, so I moved my. I dashed to move this.
No, you haven't dashed yet.
What? Oh,
Yeah, he said, "Are you gonna dash to move the?"
you said they were 15 feet ahead of me, so
Yes, they're an additional 15 feet. So to move up all the way, you would have to dash.
30. If they're 15, so 30. You put me here.
So dashing would have
5,
got
10,
I moved
15.
everybody. So without dashing, you'd get there.
And the polar bears are here with Isabel.
Yes, she's on top of one of them. So if you dash right now without your dash movement, you're there. If you dash, you can close the distance, but you won't be able to attack.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna dash, but not all the way. So I'm not in attack range. I can't get an attack of opportunity. She can't. The goblin can't get an attack of opportunity on me if I go past him.
Well, as long as you don't move out of attack range, so you can move all the way up
Could I move all the way to here without an attack
here
of
without
opportunity?
making an attack of opportunity because you don't leave their melee range.
Okay, I'm gonna go there. So that's my dash, and then as an interaction, I am going to, because I speak with animals, I'm going to speak with the polar bears. Tell them to stop.
Is to cast.
I believe you'd be looking at Volo's guide, and I think that's an action, unfortunately.
I think
Is
it's
it?
cautious. No, because
yeah, I'm pretty sure you can only do it as a spiritual too.
Yeah, as a ritual.
Is it a barbarian or part of your path of totem?
It's part of his
Totem.
Goliath. I thought.
No, it's the path.
Oh, wait, is it part of your Goliath? No.
I believe it's Path of the Totem. Hold on.
You gain the ability to cast Beast Sense and speak with animals, but only as rituals.
Okay.
It take 10 minutes to cast them.
Okay, well then hold on, let me go back to the map. Then I'm only going to move there. And that's my action.
All right. This goblin is going to swing.
Swing,
So-
bada, swing.
And a miss. Toshiro.
All right. How clearly can I see the front of the wagon from where I am?
Not very clearly. Kind of see up alongside it. Like
If I were to move like, let's see, 5, 10, could I see it better? There?
a little bit. What are you trying to look for?
I want to shoot the goblin that's riding the polar bear, but I'm not sure how that would work. So
I'm gonna give him half cover at your angle.
half cover. So okay, so that's +2 to the armor class, I believe.
So you can just do like a -2 down there.
Yeah. All right. -2 with the longbow against Ezerby.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that hit.
Twang. 10 points of damage to that one.
You fire your bow and it just squeezes past the edge of the wagon and hits her right in the shoulder. Direwolf.
So wait a
is
second.
not-
I've hit this goblin. it didn't die, and the wagon is continuing to move on. Can I
The
like
wa-
make a perception check to see whether or not I can tell whether or not the goblin's dead?
the goblin you shot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, she's up. You like hit her, it like cut deep into her shoulder, but not didn't hit anything vital.
Then I'm gonna action surge and try again.
Okay.
Ooh, I believe
Second
that'll
shot
miss.
flies,
Yeah.
it nails right into the side of the wagon.
I'll be like, shit! Stomp my foot.
Sentinel.
Nobody's getting hit, so my job is easy. I'll just move right there, and I'm not going to waste any spell slots right now.
How tame the bears are. Maybe we can get them to work.
I imagine they
17.
probably want to eat goblin right now.
We are
17.
17, if you
20,
please.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Puts me right there. Point. That's really all I can do. Oh. I'm closer.
All right. Was that your action?
Yeah, that was doubling my movement.
Next Axer is Zabaya. And who is all holding on to the wagon at the moment?
I'm on the back of it.
Yes.
I'm running alongside it.
You're running alongside it?
I don't think I'm in range of it, so
So it's just me.
Hmm.
Can't wait till I can shapeshift into a whale.
Do you have a picture of this wagon? Yes, no?
I do not.
Okay.
It's just standard looking like wagon. Think of Oregon Trail, but pulled by polar bears.
Nobody's dying of dysentery if I can help it.
this Warforged will find a way.
It's funny how we all know what that is, even though some of us went to school and learned that long before the rest of you were born.
Learned it in school. It was just after you. Still have that pin on my purse, actually.
Would Wolfric not get a
Oh,
AO?
yeah, you're right. There is. If I looked at the book, I have it right in front of me, but
I just thought it was cool to see, so I was all like, I'm gonna upload it to Discord.
I was focused on the map. I was like, I don't know.
I don't have a map. Yes, you do. I know you do.
Well, they didn't give me a map or anything, so I was just like, they probably don't have an image. Um,
Well, if that's the wagon, I would have jumped on it then. If it was that tall. I've climbed
no,
on the back.
it's not just the image in the book. This one's like
Okay. All right.
Alright. So, my turn again?
yes.
Yeah, would Wolfric not have gotten an attack of opportunity on number 5?
No,
Yeah,
because
because he
he
moved.
did not willingly leave. It was pulled in a wagon.
Alright, well, I'm
That
gonna.
sounds like a technicality.
It is
See
the
ya.
rules of attack of opportunity. A creature has to willingly leave your melee range. It sitting in a wagon is, and that wagon moving is not it willingly moving.
Technicality.
Carry on.
I'm going to attack the one that's not currently on here because of that. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Go for it.
You really can't see him. What the hell?
We called the ambulance for you just to help.
Oh my god.
I'm going to move here.
He's gonna check your vitals to make sure you're okay.
My god. Stop.
So it would be alarming.
Let me get with this. Got to move things around so because I have one monitor. Okay, so I'm going to actions. So I am going to attack that goblin, number 5.
That's a hit.
And I'm going to
And it's down.
Well, technically, there's still one there.
Yes, there's one more. But it's not on the map.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to move. No, I'm not going to move. I'm good right there.
Toshiro will take another pot shot with his bow and arrow at the goblin on the polar bear.
The Polar Bear Express.
The Polar Bear Express. Oh,
Natural
Yeah.
20! Bitches! Toshiro's like, twang!
Yeah. So Toshiro goes, okay. He fires that arrow almost like directly up, and it just in its very small arc, then comes down and drops right down on the goblin's head and just whoosh.
And then I'm gonna go back and stand by the wagon and just kind of wait for the rest of the group. I'll put the longbow away.
And with Isabaya dead, no longer like kicking the goblins and giving them not goblins, bears to move. The bears just kind of come to a halt. And that is where we're gonna end for the night, folks.
I figured as much.
Yep, that's perfect timing for us to be able to see what you guys do next time.
Natural 20. It's like, that's a Legolas shot right there.
Yeah, it is.
And then you roll the min and the max on the dot.
I
damage
know.
die.
I saw that. I was just like, what the heck? My question for you at home is, why is there not ability like a Great Weapon Master where you can reroll 1s and 2s for a two-handed weapon? Why isn't there one for a one-handed weapon?
You can use Great Weapon Fighting if it's versatile, can't you?
No.
Oh, you could.
Be heavy, right?
If you're using the weapon two-handed, I believe it's...
You can't use it on the one-handed weapon.
Fighting style, correct?
The
fighter?
Great Weapon Master feat or so on and so forth.
Well, the re-rolling 1s and 2s is for the fighting style.
Okay.
Yeah, and it says this weapon must have versatile.
Is the when you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack you make with a melee weapon that you're wielding with 2 hands. So with that,
But why doesn't an ability exist like that for a one-handed weapon? Why does it have to be only two-handed weapons get the chance to reroll?
I don't know, because one-handed weapons get dueling. Why can't I use dueling for a two-handed weapon?
Yeah, but you could also take a feat for that too.
For the while you're wearing while you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 to damage rolls with the weapon.
Maybe. I don't know. You're right.
That's
Probably.
better.
I'm wrong.
because it's a static +2. You get that even on a max die roll.
True. True. The things you think about when you're on the crapper.
Not where you are right now.
Maybe.
I hope everyone had a good night tonight and learning a new secret. Some of you
Secret.
have guesses, and
Braylin doesn't have a secret.
one of you knows the details.
Skeptic.
And one of us is just oblivious and doesn't get a thing.
I will say I'm glad somebody got this secret because it was my favorite secret of the book. I was worried nobody would get it.
It's cool. We'll figure it out eventually. All right.
I thought your favorite secret was going to be the fanboy.
That's Rachel's favorite secret.
That's
okay.
my favorite. But that's because I've read the book series and there's a lot of lore behind it and it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a good book series if you haven't read it.
it is.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.